So when I was at the store, I went ahead and bought some replacement bulbs for my taillights because pretty much ever since I bought this car, one of my taillight bulbs on the back has been out. And originally I was going to replace these taillights with sequential ones, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But the little fast blinker is starting to bug me, so I'm going to go ahead and replace this taillight. It's the one over on the right. That way they'll light up perfectly and it won't bother me anymore. With that being said, I'm also going to change my oil, so before I do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and put this car up on some ramps so that I can let it cool off up there so that I don't have to run it right before I change the oil. And yeah, I'm going to get started. So when I put my car up on the ramps, a lot of times I actually aim for this little hump right before the top because it's slightly higher and it helps me get under this car, because even at stock ride height, it is just super low and it's kind of annoying. But when you put a car up on a ramp, you always want to remember to put a chalk behind the wheel. It's very important. Just like that. Speaking of chalking wheels, recently I've been seeing dudes on TikTok doing their whole little like little e-boys. Stop. I don't want to see that. Stop it. Please. Trying to chalk some girls' wheels out here. Get out of here. Buy a car. Okay, so while the engine cools off, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the taillight. Oh, God. Have it your way, Mustang. By the way, my trunk is a mess, probably. I don't know, maybe not. I think I got everything out. Most stuff. We got here. We got some Tide Pods, a toolbox, and some other college type stuff. Some Taco Bell, a hat. Oh God. Okay. I need to clean up this trunk really bad. Okay, so we have. Get that. Okay, so we have our bulb. Now I have to figure out how to get this taillight out of here. Never done it on a Mustang, but I mean it's a Mustang. Like, how hard could it be? So I'm assuming that I need to pull these pins out of here. Luckily you can unscrew that one. A lot of people say they hate when things like this have an unscrew type system. They like when there's just little pins or clips. I actually like the ability to unscrew things because there's a lot of things in life that I wish I could unscrew. That is not how you do that. That's how you do it. Okay, so once you take all the little screws and pins and things and whatnot out of this back cover, you just kind of pop it down like so. And then, yeah, I guess you just raise it up out of here. I don't think you really need to pull it out because I'm pretty sure you can just pull it back to get access to what you need to get access to, but you can if you want to. I mean, you do whatever you want. I'm pretty sure that this taillight is held in by these three little stud type thingies. Can you see that over there? So, unfortunately, they're kind of in a weird spot, but luckily for me, Santa Claus, aka my dad, brought me some nice new ratcheting wrenches, so I'm going to go ahead and put these to use so that I can get this taillight out of here. So you're also going to have to unplug this somehow. Probably just wiggles out of there one way or another. Hold on. Aha, just like that. And this whole thing should just... Did I miss something? There she goes. Oh, so I was wrong. You don't actually have to unplug this, but for our purposes, you don't need to. If you're changing these headlights out or taillights, you might need to. Kind of just depends on what you're doing. So once you get to this stage, don't fall. Once you get to this stage where you have the tail light popped out, you just need to go over to whichever one of these is broken. In my case, it's this one. And you want to turn this and then pull it out, just like that. And there's our bulb. Now to replace this bulb, you just want to just pop it right out, just like that. Make sure you recycle this or do something nice for the environment with this. Don't feed it to a homeless person. And then take your new bulb, just pop it right in, just like that. Perfect. Now, let's put this back in. You're gonna want to spin it around until you find how it came out, and that's how it'll go back in. Right? Logically. And I have told you guys many times before, you shouldn't be listening to me. You should be taking these things to your local mechanic, not listening to some kid on the internet. But I will do my best. What in the world? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so you just keep on fiddling with it like a Rubik's Cube, and there you go. Now before I put this all together, I'm just gonna turn on my headlights to make sure that it works. You know, to be honest, if I wanted to be completely safe, probably would have disconnected the battery before I did any of this, but I like to live my life on the edge. What? Oh. Silly me. There we go. And look at that. All three of these bulbs are lit up. Lit up. Now let's check the blinker. There we go. Perfect. It's working again, finally. Make sure you don't leave your lights on. It's a very beginner mistake. I never do that, ever. The government is spying on me. And with these studs, you just want to make sure that they come through evenly, come through the hole in the wall, like it's a dirty free-for-all. Tomorrow, wait, what's today, Friday? So Sunday night. Yeah. I'm not really sure what these rubber grommets are for. I think that they may be to just help seal it so that no water gets in. But, I mean, this car has almost 100,000 miles and these grommets are kind of trash. So I might end up replacing those if I ever get back in here, which I will soon. But for now, we gotta make do, like a country boy. Country boys make do. Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah. See, these grommets for these bolts are pretty trash. Just throw them on the trash pile. Also, you want to make sure that you go back over these and tighten them down with a wrench, because hand tight is not tight enough. I know that some of you hydro flask users might think otherwise. Think, oh, I can tighten it up with my hands. But that's just simply not the case. You gotta put a wrench on that. Thank you to Santa Claus for sponsoring today's video. Wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Now, you could probably call up Engineering Explained and ask for some torque spec on these light bolts, but like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and wing it. Now the last thing to do is just put that panel back in there. See. Make sure you don't trap your wrenches down in the depths of hell. Okay, now make sure you do this right. This little lip needs to go back under, so you want to kind of go to this sort of downward dog. Oh, get in there, boy. Make sure that this goes back over that. Ow! Don't pinch your finger. And then these little clippies, just want to clip-o right into there. One. I might replace these two. I accidentally broke one earlier. Two. I snapped one of these completely in half. So we're just gonna have to make do. That's today's lesson. Aha, there we go. Like that's gonna hold. Perfect. And lastly, you just wanna put these little plastic screwy thingies back in their holes. And what's nice about these is you don't have to screw them back in. So once you unscrew them, you can just press them in like that. How cool is that? Alright, so I've given the car a little bit of time to cool down so that way I can change the oil without burning my fingers off. One thing I forgot to mention is before you change your oil, you always want to pull this cap off. Plop it right there like a man. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I know that it was kind of short and sweet and kind of random. I have some more things coming up soon. I'm just trying to work out all the kinks and everything. Tomorrow, my friend Isaac and I are going to do a photo shoot with our cars. He's got a Mustang as well. I'm definitely going to post about that on Instagram as well as maybe some other things too in the coming few weeks. So be sure to follow me on Instagram at Kaidan Odom. I'll leave a link down in the description too, as well as adding me on Snapchat. Probably put it on the screen somewhere here. It really means a lot to me when you guys do that. I love connecting with you guys. Send me pictures of your cars. Send me your builds. Tell me what your visions are. I love talking about this sort of thing. With that being said, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Feel free to browse the channel and click subscribe and turn on that bell notification because that really helps me out a lot. Alright, I hope that you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.